Hello students, now we shall look at the first method, that is the present worth comparison. The present worth comparison is most frequently used to determine the present value of the future money, receipts and disbursements. As I told, suppose you want to buy a truck for material transport. So that I pay some amount, say 20 lakhs for the truck now. And it is going to get me some revenue every year, say 3 lakhs, 4 lakh rupees revenue every year for another 15 years. Okay, and after that there will be some scrappage value what I will get after when I scrap salvage value when I scrap the equipment. Okay, so now this was one case. Suppose I bought a Tata truck. Now there is also Mercedes-Benz trucks. They are costing 30 lakh rupees for the same capacity. Okay, so the 30 lakhs I am spending now, and then the future I will receive some 5 lakh rupees every year for say 15 years. Now when I have to compare like this, because I know that what is the cost of the equipment today or the machine today, and how much I am going to earn year annually for the useful life of the equipment or the machine. Okay, so over a period of time, then by using this present worth I am going to compare the various alternatives. Okay, it would help us to determine the present worth of all income producing property. Okay, if the future income and costs are known, they can use a suitable interest rates to calculate the present worth of the property. So basically whenever we borrow any money from bank or financial institute, they will charge us some interest rate, say around that will be large than the money interest they give to us. Suppose they give me 6%, 7%, they will charge almost 14-15%. Okay, that is how they manage the banks and financial corporations. So we have to see that whatever investment we are going to make, we should get more returns. It cannot be 14%, it should be more than that, then only it is viable. There is one word called economically viable. Economically viable means then you make profits, otherwise inviable means you will get into losses. Okay. So this present worth comparison provides a good estimate at the price at which the property could be bought or sold. Okay, it can be a property also, property like even a building, commercial complex. That also, if you want to take a decision based on this present worth comparison, because if you want to buy office space, so there are different places, different rates are there, so you can compare. The present worth analysis, careful consideration must be given for the time period covered by the analysis. Okay, so the time period will be there. As I said, any equipment, it will have a useful life, and you have to consider the useful life time period. Usually the task to be accomplished has a time period associated with it. In that case, the consequence of each alternative must be considered for this period of the time, which is usually called the analysis period or sometimes the planning horizon. So as I told, now suppose transport vehicles, the life is 15 years. Equipment cost maybe, equipment life may be 15 years, but if you are running it for 3 shifts, then you can take it as 10 years also. So based on the useful life, you are going to make the calculations. So nowadays, as you understand, there is a lot of change in technology also. The technologies are rapidly changing. So it is better if you have a shorter analysis period or planning horizon, because you buy something, so after say 5-10 years, maybe that becomes obsolete. Obsolete means the technology changes. Okay, so earlier, for example, you had basic phones. 20 years back you had basic phones, but today you have got all smartphones, so the technology has changed. So when the analysis period situations, what we encounter, we will have some three options. One is the useful life of each alternative equals the analysis period. So as I said, the useful life, say 15 years of the truck, so it will be equal to the analysis period. Or sometimes the alternatives have useful lives different from the analysis period. So the analysis period is say 10 years, and your alternative whatever you are having, you may have different lives, say 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, something like that. And you can have also infinite analysis period also. Present worth method is one of them that many economists prefer, because it reveals the sum in today's rupee. Please understand, it reveals the sum in today's rupee that is equivalent to a future cash flow. For example, 100 rupees today is worth 110 rupees next year at the rate of 10% interest compounded annually. Agreed? Okay, this is the means the 110 rupees what I am going to get next year after 1 year is equivalent to 100 rupees today. So this is the present worth. So in this method, the comparisons, the cash flow of the alternatives will be reduced. All the cash flows. See, suppose you, for example, take again a truck. All the cash flows. Now we buy a truck. So that is the first investment what we make, and every year we will spend some money on maintenance. So these are all outflows, and the inflows will be the revenue what I get every year. Okay, over the useful life analysis period of the truck, say 15 years. And lastly, that is the inflows. And lastly, the salvage value after 15 years, that will also be inflow. So whatever these outflows and inflows, I will put in the cash flow diagram, and assume an interest rate. And as I told you, interest rate will be more, because around 15% or so and more, so that we make profit. And depending on this, we will find the best alternative. So how we are going to make the alternative? So all the values of money over, say in the case of truck, 15 years time, whatever are the outflows, means I buy the truck today, I spend 20 lakhs, that is outflow. Every year I spend 1 lakh rupees for maintenance, fuel, that is outflow. And inflow is the whatever revenue it is getting, and inflow is the salvage value. So whatever the outflows and inflows are there over the period of the useful life of the product or equipment, I will bring it to today, present worth. Okay, using that formula, we will bring it to the present worth, and then I will compare. So what should be the present worth? The present worth should be positive and more. The higher the present worth, higher will be the profits what I am going to get. Okay. If it is 0, then there is like no profit, no loss. And if it is less than 0, means it is loss company. We are not going to invest in that project. For that particular interest, please understand, we have to consider the interest rate also, very important. And when you are comparing all the projects, A, B, C, whatever you are comparing, you have to compare it the same interest rate, so that you can find out the present value. And the formulas what we have seen in the previous discussion for compound interest, that present worth formula, the same formula will be used here also. In that we have seen present worth formula, F is equal to P in bracket 1 plus I raised to N. So here F is the future amount is equal to P present amount 1 plus I raised to N. So if we know the present amount, then I can calculate the F amount, future amount. Or else if I know the future amounts over the period, then I can calculate that value of the future amount in the present amount, that is single payment present worth amount. So I would again summarize, present worth method is one of the most widely used methods by economists for comparing the various projects. And here whatever the cash inflows and outflows are there for the project, they will be taken into consideration, and the difference between the outflow and the inflows, okay, means the inflow and the outflow is referred to as the net present worth, NPW. Okay, so and the net present worth should be positive and big. for the particular interest rate what we are considering. So the projects, suppose A, B and C are there. So when we compare, whichever project gives the highest present worth, we will consider it should be positive and higher. Then only I will consider. If it is negative or if it is the present worth is 0, then we will straight away reject the proposal. So this was about the net present worth comparison. We will solve some few problems to have a better understanding of this method. Thank you.